top.
Yo, no, I ain't the type to give up. If I do something, man, I do it till I get what I want. I turn a business out of nothing into something I love. I got a poker face, but honestly, I'm not one to bluff. I flip a switch, never miss, man, I always stay up. Don't let them see you, bitch, always have a plan to stay tough. This life ahead of you ain't easy, it was built to be rough. But that's what makes a personality, is tragedy, bruh. So keep your head on your shoulders. Now we ain't out here moving rocks, we out here moving.
Yo, what is up? What is up? And it's me, it's Key. We're back. We're in the building with another episode of 7200 Second Podcast. I know it's been a long time, but my guy, Coach Donte, was under the weather. You know, I can't have no party if I can't have my guy. Coach, what's going on, man?
It's good, man. It's good to be feeling better and back, man. Sorry about that. I've been on, like I say, I've been under the weather for like 2 weeks, and it's strange for me to be under the weather for about 2 weeks because the weather changed out here during December, so it is cold out here. But I'm better, and I can't wait, man. I'm ready to talk some ball.
Yeah, we got a lot to get into.
And also, the JV team won yesterday. The JV team won yesterday.
We got a lot to get into, though. But before we get into that, let's preview last night's game. We had the Baltimore Ravens going up against the Jags, and this could, still, the Baltimore Ravens are still the number one seed in the AFC. They did clinch a spot in the playoffs since they won last night, and they did defeat the Jacksonville Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence didn't look so good in that game last night, but you had the Ravens pulling out 23-7, and Lamar Jackson 14-24, 171, one touchdown and an interception. They got the running game going. He almost had 100 yards last night, 97 yards. Mitchell, who had 73 yards, but he tore his ACL in a gruesome injury last night. Thoughts and prayers up to him. Gus Edwards, 58 yards. Isaiah Likely got involved in the passing game. Bateman was getting some targets. So Lamar was kind of throwing the ball around a little bit yesterday. Then we had Trevor Lawrence, 25 or 43, 264. He had a touchdown. Really couldn't get much done. Agnew, 2 catches, 70 yards. What do you think about the game last night, Donte?
Well, it was a good win for the Baltimore Ravens going into Jacksonville and winning the game. Trevor Lawrence is not good enough to throw 40 times, to beat you throwing the ball 40 times. They didn't have the running game. They couldn't get the running game going. I think also Zay Jones went out last night. He was holding his hamstring as well. And also Trevor Lawrence went out with a concussion as well in the game. The Ravens defensive line was dominating the offensive line of the Jaguars. Just shout out to Justin Madubuike, who got his 12th sack on the year. I think the Ravens controlled the game with the running game. They ran the ball. They gassed out the Jaguars defense. I thought Isaiah Likely made some big plays, including that catch over the top of 2 guys in the red zone in the middle of the fourth quarter. I thought the Ravens totally wore down the Jacksonville Jaguars at the end of the game. The Jaguars couldn't get much offense going outside of a 65-yard touchdown to Jamal Agnew, but I thought the Ravens dominated this game. They forced turnovers, including the 2 fumbles, one before the half by Trevor Lawrence when he ran the ball to the left side. He fumbled it, and the Ravens scored off that. Then he had also another fumble on a sack. So Trevor Lawrence is not good enough to be throwing. Well, like I say, he's throwing the ball 43 times, but he's not going to beat you with him just throwing the ball. They need to have a little balance between Travis Etienne and the running game. In the running game, that's how the Jaguars are going to win games. They're not going to win games with Trevor Lawrence just flat out airing the ball out 43 times. But good job by the Jaguars. A good job by the Ravens. Ravens defense was really good, and they wore them down at the end with the running game.
All right, so we got the Ravens. They are currently leading in the North right now. Again, the number one seed, 11-3, and it looks like we got a 3-way tie in the AFC South. Jacksonville taking that L. Jacksonville, Indy, and Houston are all 8-6, with Tennessee out of contention. They have been eliminated. The Jets, New England, Tennessee, and Commanders, and the Bears, Carolina and Arizona have all been. Well, the Bears haven't been eliminated yet. Uh, they are out. Carolina, Arizona, Washington, Tennessee, the Jets, and New England are all eliminated from playoff contentions. Um, so yeah, I mean, Lamar has been playing lights out. This is what we want Lamar to do. This is what we need to see from Lamar, and we all know the type of caliber player that Lamar Jackson is. We just wanted him to stay healthy. That's all. Was no bashing Lamar Jackson on my end. We just wanted to see him healthy. He needs his team in the playoffs. He needs to prove he can win more than one playoff game. It's possible. We could see San Fran and the Ravens again in the Super Bowl. We did see this matchup before, and the Ravens won, I think. But possible. We can see this again. Bobby, what's going on? Trevor Lawrence and the Jags just got to play better. I don't know what T-Law got to do over there in Jacksonville, but that one sequence they had was terrible. 2 missed field goals. They couldn't spike the ball. Why not spike the ball there? Knowing you got to get out of bounds. Why he didn't spike the ball? What happened with that sequence? Could Jacksonville possibly have been back in that game if they would have spiked the ball?
They didn't have enough time to spike the ball, and that was a good tackle by the Ravens defender because you tackle them inbounds. Now they got to rush to the line of scrimmage, and by the time they got to the line of scrimmage, they couldn't snap the ball no more because again you had no timeouts. So the defender should have had quickly tried to get out of bounds, which is the Ravens defender made a great play of tackling them inbounds. Now all of a sudden you got to hurry up and run to the middle of the field and try to rush to spike the ball to get a field goal. That was just a good play by the Ravens defender.
So, I mean, it was like 27 seconds left. They had time they got back to the line, but he didn't spike it. Then he threw it again, and then they didn't have enough time. So he should have spiked the ball there, in my opinion, there, just to either take the field goal or see if he can get something else off. But that was poor clock management. I don't know if that was on Doug. I don't know if that was on T-Law, but he is not the guy. And we was all getting crucified, Donte, not having him on our top 10 list. We was getting looked at all crazy. What do you mean he's not in your top 10? I'm getting crucified because he's not in my top 10.
Well, like I say, people would know now. He's not playing like a top 10 quarterback. He's not even playing like a top. He's definitely not playing like a top 5 quarterback. So, hey, I'll keep the same energy. Keep the same energy.
Yeah, pretty much. See, we got some news coming out of Pittsburgh. Cassie has been suspended for the remaining of the season for that hit on Michael Pittman. Some could say maybe it was legal, it wasn't helmet to helmet, but that did look ugly. Your thoughts on him getting suspended for the rest of the season? And in playoffs, even if Pittsburgh was to make playoffs, he can't play there either.
Well, I'll say I don't know what these defenders supposed to do these days. I don't know how they're supposed to hit. I'll say you might as well just put flags on these players. You might as well just play flag football because, I mean, sometimes the defender be in a bad position. They be in a bad position to where you can't hit anybody, to where you can't hit anybody. Well, you got to go low on them all the time, and a lot of running backs or quarterbacks or sometimes receivers don't like when a person go low, but you force the defender to do that because you can rarely hit people. I didn't see the hit yesterday, so I don't know if it's an actual clean hit or anything. Helmet to helmet shot, I understand.
It definitely wasn't a helmet to helmet. It wasn't.
Yeah, like I say, helmet to helmet shots, I understand because you protect them player safety because a head problem. But again, you just I don't know what the defender supposed to do.
I don't know either. The NFL's getting soft now, like I said, putting the flags on. But hold on, let me see if I can pull up the thing for you. So you said you didn't see the hit. I'm going to show you the hit. Where is it? All right.
Oh. Well, they saw the head move right there. So anytime they see that head move right there, yeah, and he's leaning, but like the throw was a setup throw though. The throw was a setup throw. He was in a tough position, and his head was leaning backwards. Yeah, that was a tough position. The throw was a setup throw too though.
Yeah, Gardner Minshew put him in a position to get killed. That looked like clean hit to me. You could clearly tell he was trying to avoid helmet to helmet. He put his helmet in dude's chest. It looked bad because how hard the hit was. It did look like he hit him in the shoulder, but Goodell, we gotta protect the players. You already know. You already know. Before we get into a preview of tonight's game and recap Week 15, you got your list together, Coach.
Yeah, I do. I actually got my list together. So
it was top 10. We missed a couple of episodes, so we got a top 10 coaches list. Who made the list this week?
We got number 10. We got Aiden O'Connell, who made the list at number 10 for the Raiders, putting 63 points up on the Chargers this weekend. Aiden O'Connell, 20 of 34, 248 yards, with 4 touchdowns. So Aiden O'Connell did a good job against a really terrible Chargers team, and we already saw, how that ended with Brandon Staley getting fired the very next day. So good job by Aiden O'Connell. Number 9, we got Devontae Adams. Having a quiet season, maybe because of the quarterback play is bad. Devontae Adams, 8 catches, 101 yards, 1 touchdown for Devontae Adams. Number 8, we go to college basketball. Men's Tyson Walker from Michigan State had a big game. 9 of 16, 25 points for Tyson Walker from Michigan State. Look out for Michigan State. They're going to be good during tournament time. Number 7, go to ladies basketball. Hannah Hidalgo from Notre Dame, the point guard from Notre Dame. Really good. Her team is ranked. Freshman. She's also a freshman. They still got their top-ranked point guard out, Olivia Miles for 2 ACLA versus Louisville. But Hannah Hidalgo is doing a good job of handling, the load at the guard situation. 23 points, 8 assists, 10 rebounds for Hannah Hidalgo, almost a triple-double. Number 6, we got Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark this week, 13 of 21, 38 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. She's going to be the number 1 pick of the WNBA draft by, guess who? Indiana Fever. She's going to be the number 1 overall pick. All right, so we get in the top 5. Jordan Addison, even though he did lose, he had a great game. Jordan Addison, 6 catches, 111 yards, 2 touchdowns for Jordan Addison. Number 4, Angel Reese. Angel Reese yesterday, 12 of 16, had 25 points, 14 rebounds for Angel Reese. What a great game against Northwestern State, I believe. Yep, that's what it was. I think it's Northwestern State.
Angel Reese will be going into the WNBA. I think they had her going like 4 or 5, or she's in the top 10. She's in the top 10 definitely. Yep.
So we got number 3, NBA. Next 3 is the NBA. Kawhi Leonard, 12 of 16, 36 points, 4 assists, 7 rebounds. I think he went 5 for 5 from 3 against the New York Knicks. Number 2, Joel Embiid, against the Charlotte Hornets. 18 of 23, 42 points, 15 rebounds for Joel Embiid. And number 1 overall, you have Giannis with a 64-point game, 14 rebound game against the Indiana Pacers. 20 for 28, 64 points, 14 rebounds, and Giannis is the top dog this week of the coaches.
Giannis Antetokounmpo. You could I could give you an honorable mention you didn't put on your list.
Which one?
Keegan Murray.
I missed him.
Sacramento. He had 45 points.
Oh, he had 45, but he had 45.
He was like perfect from the free throw line.
That was the other day, right? That was the other day or yesterday.
I forget. It was this week sometime. One of them. Yeah. WNBA for the Bay. I think it won't be until it won't be this year. Probably like 2 years from now or whatever. They gotta get another team in. They usually try to do two. No name yet. Yeah, it does suck to be a Pistons, but we're gonna go into that before we get things together. Coach got something to say about them Pistons. Coach got something to say about the Pistons, but let's recap week 15 leading up into tonight's Monday night game. So we had the Thursday night debacle of the go get me a switch ass whooping. Pretty much that's what happened because Aiden O'Connell looked like Tom Brady out there the way that the Chargers was playing. They wanted Brandon Staley to lose his job. That's why they quit. That's just my opinion. He already lost the locker room. Justin Herbert was out for the season. Austin Eckler not really running. No Keenan Allen. They're not using Quentin Johnston right, or is it Quentin Johnston that's not that good?
Quentin Johnston sucked. Quentin Johnston sucked. He's not good. You can't
Quentin Johnston was the first receiver coming off the board, and you got all these other rookie receivers that's past you in touchdowns and yards. So is that a coaching issue that Quentin Johnston stinks, or y'all just don't want to use it? But anyway,
Quentin Johnston just ain't good. That's all it is.
Easton Stick, 23 of 32, 257, 3 tubs and an interception. His leading receiver was Joshua Palmer, 4 receptions, 113 and a tub. Turnovers. Do you know what happened with the Chargers on Thursday? Do you know what happened? I'm gonna show y'all what happened. Hold on. Oh my God, I didn't put it on here. I did.
You did?
I did. I'm gonna show y'all what happened on Thursday. This was the Chargers. Was the Chargers on Thursday.
What is wrong with you? Why are you fumbling my football?
My blockers were
Your blockers ain't got nothing to do with you holding the ball. Did your blockers fumble the football or did you fumble the football?
I did, sir.
All right. How many feet are in a mile? 5,280 feet. You pick this ball up, you run every one of them. You're killing me, Petey. You're killing me.
There you go. That's what happened. They fumbled 3 out of the 4 possessions in the game.
Fumble after fumble. Why are you fumbling my football? Oh man! But the Raiders again. Aiden O'Connell, man, he was balling. He was 20 of 34, 248, 4 tubs. Jacoby Myers got himself a touchdown too. Again, Zaire White was running pretty well. No, Josh Jacobs 7 receptions, 69 yards, and Devontae Adams 8 catches, 101 in a tub. Trey Tucker had 2 tubs. Michael Mayer had a tub, and Jacoby Myers had a tub. So they were just having themselves a field day. It was 42-0 at the half. They had a nerve to interview Brandon Staley at the halftime to see. Y'all don't even got to do that. Y'all don't even have to interview him. And then he had a nerve to say at the end of the game, "Oh, I still think that I still could be head coach." Dean Spanos was in that press box hot. He was red. He was like, I know what I'm gonna do. Just wait. Tomorrow, we don't even worry about getting on the plane. Just go home. I will mail you your stuff out your office. Don't even go home. Don't even go to the facilities. Don't even do that. Just go home. And it's bad when Al Michaels was like, well, the brighter part of this, he's only 45 minutes away from home. That's sad.
Yep.
That's sad. But Chargers, they lose 63-21, and I don't think they will probably win any more games. Chargers got the Bills, the Broncos, the Chiefs. They got the whole division.
No, they're not winning any more games.
The next game we had here was, but who do you think should be next in line for the head coach for the Chargers?
Look out for Bill Belichick. Look out for Bill Belichick, possibility, or Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson from the offensive coordinator from Detroit. Look out for him as well. Mike Kafka also can be interviewed for a head coaching job. So looking at those two right there, those two head coaches.
I saw Ben Johnson from Detroit. I seen they was talking about Harbaugh, but I think Harbaugh staying in Michigan. It was somebody else. I forget. Yeah. But surprisingly, they said Kellen Moore had a really good relationship with Justin Herbert regarding what the production looks like on the field. Mm-hmm. So I mean, we'll see if Kellen Moore stays. Do Kellen Moore apply for the job? We'll see. But we had three Saturday games, which were pretty good. The Minnesota game was really good. Minnesota and the Bengals. Minnesota came up short. Jake Browning and he had Jamar Chase for the later part of the game, but he was 29 or 42, 2 touchdowns and interception. Joe Mixon got the running game going a little bit, 47 points. He spreaded the ball around pretty good to all his receivers. Chase had 64 yards. T. Higgins, 61. T. Higgins had that great touchdown catch to put them in, to tie the game up, to put them in overtime. Cincinnati's defense is on point too. Pratt, Henderson, Mike Hilton came up with big stops. And then you had Minnesota, who is starting Nick Mullins, and Dobbs went to the third string. That was a good story, but that fairy tale has ended now. Nick Mullins, 303, 2 tubs, 2 interceptions. Ty Chandler, 23 carries, 132 yards in a tub. Jordan Addison, 6 catches, 111, 2 tubs. My thing with Minnesota, they tried to do the sneak twice. They needed 1 yard. Wouldn't you give it to Chandler there to get you a yard? And he's been balling the whole game.
Ty Chandler, that's the solution. He has been running the ball the whole game. Well, I guess they thinking the tush push, but you ain't got the type of quarterback they can get you those tough running yards. So if Ty Chandler running the ball well, you should have went. You should have stayed. You should have went to him. So yeah, I thought they should have went to him. If he was running the ball really that well. And the Bengals really don't have a good run defense. They don't have a good run defense at all. Their run defense has been struggling. Their run defense has been struggling this whole year.
Yeah. So I mean that was a good game. The Bengals still in the hunt. Minnesota is still in the hunt as well. But if they keep losing out, watch out. Somebody else can sneak up in there. We're going to talk about the playoff picture in a little bit as well. So Minnesota loses 20. The Bengals win 27-24. Also, we had the Colts and the Steelers. Oh my God! 30-13. Indiana. The Colts win. It looks like Mitch Trubisky's going to be benched again. Mason Rudolph is coming in. Mason Rudolph ain't going to do no better. He ain't going to do no better. But Trubisky, 16-23, 169 yards, a tub, and 2 interceptions. Donte Johnson was the lead receiver, 4 catches, 62 yards. Pickens, Warren, Najee Harris really couldn't get the running game going. The Colts, just a better team. 18-28, 215, 3 tubs by Gardner Minshew. Trey Sermon. Look what happens when you leave Philly. Why can't we use Trey Sermon? I was so irked watching that game and looking at Trey Sermon just running up and down the court, running up and down the field. He had 88 yards. Zach Moss got injured. Michael Pittman was out, but the backup stepped up. Man, is it time, Donte, to finally say the Tomlin era is over in Pittsburgh?
I don't think they'll fire him. I think Tomlin should deserve to go off on the long terms. Again, they never had a stable quarterback, but like I say, a lot of this is Mike Tomlin's fault because he does have. You ain't nowhere in the world. You've been a coach out so many years, and you don't have a say so in who you want to draft. So a lot of that is on him, and a lot of that is on him dealing with Matt Canada for so many years. I don't know what people see in Mitchell Trubisky. Mitchell Trubisky is a straight bust. That dude That dude bad. He's a bad quarterback. He shouldn't be a quarterback in the NFL right now. He's a straight bust. That's just what he is. Mason Rudolph, I don't think he makes it no better. I don't think he makes it no better either. He's had his opportunities. He struggled. The defense is a good defense, but the offense is just so bad and so anemic. Got players frustrated because they're not getting the ball. When they are running the only thing they really could do is run the ball very good with Jalen Warren. And Najee Harris is not the same player he was a year ago in his rookie year. Jalen Warren like the better running back. What they need to do, they need to get a better quarterback in now. Kenny Pickett is not it either. So they need to look at the quarterback situation real hard. And again, they need to find a better offensive coordinator too. They have injuries on the defensive side of the ball, like Quan Alexander, Mika Fitzpatrick keeps getting hurt and stuff like that. They need to find better stability at the quarterback situation. Need a new offensive coordinator. And again, Mike Tomlin is have some blame, but I think roster, a lot of people on the roster are not as good as they think. Mike Tomlin shares some of the same fault, but Steelers GM have not found a legit replacement for Ben. That's true. Yep.
Dang on, Mom calling. I'm like, Mom, let me call you back. But, no, a lot of Steelers fans is calling for time in Pittsburgh, but we all know how the Rooney's are.
It's not all his fault though. It's not all his fault.
We all know how the Rooney's are. They're not gonna fire you. That's just how the Rooney's are. It's coaching in Pittsburgh is almost like being a Supreme Court judge. You either retire or you die. Am I wrong? Look how long that coaches are there in Pittsburgh. Mike Tomlin, what's this, the 17th, 18th season in Pittsburgh? No, 16th, 17th
no,
season.
About 16, 17.
So they do last for a minute over there in Pittsburgh. But Kenny Pickett ain't the answer. Need to switch up the offense, the line. I don't know. Steelers always had a good defense. Defensively, I'm not really worried about them defensively. You need to get that offense together. Y'all got Chisel down this already. Y'all got Chisel going here stressing out on his live stream. He was already drinking, already into the first quarter of the game. Then we had the Lions and the Broncos. I already knew that the Lions is going to come out on top, 42-17. Jared Goff had himself a game. 5 tubs, 24-34, 278. Jahmyr Gibbs, 11 carries, 100 yards. David Montgomery almost had 100 yards, 17 carries, 85 yards. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 7 receptions, 112 in a tub. But Sam Laporta, Donte, I know y'all was trying to tell us about Sam Laporta. Now his production was going to be 55 for 56, 3 tubs. And then Jahmyr Gibbs gets a receiving touchdown as well. Russell Wilson, 18-32, 1 touchdown. He spread the ball around to his receivers. Per Ryan, Javonte Williams really couldn't get the running game going. Talk about this game.
Well, the Broncos defense is piss poor. It's bad, pretty much. Offense struggled in the first half. They struggled to run the ball a lot. Lions needed this win. They lost 2 out of the last 3 games against divisional opponents, the Chicago Bears and Green Bay Packers. So they definitely needed this game. And like I said, Matt LaPorta has been really good. He was a late round pick for Detroit out of Iowa. Iowa always produced very good tight ends in college. Jahmyr Gibbs is a good running back, receiving back, coming on strong. The Lions needed this win. After losing 2 straight in the division, they needed this win, and that was a good win, especially a Denver defense that has played better coming into that game as well. And the offense was gaining a little more momentum. So that was a big win for the Detroit Lions.
It definitely was. And, you know, they solidified themselves in the playoff, still leading the North. They is 10-4, 7-7 for Denver. And surprisingly, Denver, I believe, is still in the hunt. Then we go to the Sunday games. I'm not even going to talk about the Dolphins and the Jets because Jets got the asses kicked 30-0. Zach Wilson got benched again for Trevor Siemian. Did y'all see that Trevor Lawrence fumble last night? Jets couldn't do nothing. Tyreek Hill didn't even play, and Miami still found a way to lose. Found a way to win the game. You know why they found a way to win the game? Tua Tagovailoa, Jalen Waddle had to step up, 8 catches, 142 yards. Mostert, with his running, I think now he has the franchise record of 19 to 20 touchdowns. Miami's defense was balling. Their defense stepped up. Their defense was good. Getting to whoever the quarterbacks was for the Jets. I ain't even got to talk about the Jets because they didn't even do nothing. They stunk it up. Jets stunk it up. So was it really, really bad Jets or was it a really good Miami team? Was it really good Miami or was it really bad Jets?
It was a scrimmage. Jets reverted to their own way. I still think the Jets got a good defense. They don't have a competent quarterback. And it's good that Miami can put up points against the Jets. But how about do it against the Chiefs? Do it against someone like the Ravens. Do it against someone like the Bengals. Do all of that against a very good team, which is you ain't done that yet against a very good team. Pretty much very good teams when you have to play them. So Miami did pretty good. They had a track meeting. Shout out to Raheem Mostert with his 19 touchdowns of the year. This man got 19 rushing touchdowns. Shout out to him. Did he used to play for the Eagles too?
Yeah, he played for the Eagles too. I was hurt when they let him go too.
Damn, everybody out there go get better somewhere else. But other than that, I need to see that same trap meeting against contending teams. Jets just bad at the quarterback situation. I think their defense is legit. I think their team is pretty solid, but I think they're lacking leadership and stability at the quarterback situation.
You know,
on the offensive line, the offensive line is bad. It's really bad. The offensive line.
But Kyle Becton just let what's his name come through. What was it, Watkins, and killed Zach. And then you see him in the going back in the after the game was over, he laughing and joking. Y'all just lost 30-0. What are we laughing at? What's going on, Jeff? What are we laughing at here? A game of the week for me. In the Sunday night, in the Saturday, in the Sunday games, Tennessee Titans up against Houston Texans. We had the Texans come back in overtime, 19-16. No CJ Stroud. Case Keenum gets the call, and it did look good for Will Levis. He was playing really well. Derrick Henry didn't really have a good game. 16 carries, only 9 yards. The Texans pulled it off with Case Keenum. Devin Singletary, 26 yards, 101. Coach, talk about your team, man.
That was a JV team out there. That wasn't a varsity team. That was the JV team. Shout out to everybody, all the Titans fans. I was watching some Titan content creators earlier today, and they gave all the Texans all the respect. And they were saying the JV team, because that's exactly, CJ Stroud was going to play this week. He should be on the move to play. He couldn't play this week. Shout out to J-Dub too. No, she was upset about that loss yesterday. But other than that, we did have the JV team out there. Like I said again, I didn't want the Titans fan base to make no excuses. Saying they're hurt because, again, we had the JV team out there. So if you want to go down a list of injuries, you go down a list of injuries that who we had injured. We had the JV offense out there. CJ Stroud was hurt. Tank Dell, you already know he out for the season. Nico Collins got 1,000 yards. He was hurt. George Fant didn't play. He was out. Larry Thompson went out early in the game. Jimmy Ward got hurt in the first quarter with a concussion. One of our linebackers, Blake Cashman, did not play in the game. So our leading receivers was Dalton Schultz and Noah Brown. Those was our leading receivers. And we had a third string quarterback in Case Keenum. Case Keenum is not a second streamer. He's a third streamer. D'Amico Ryans made the decision based on giving us the best shot to win. We don't win that game yesterday without Case Keenum being as good as he is. Man had 236 yards. He pushed the ball down the field a lot. Devin Singletary, the running game was good, but without the defensive line showing up, we don't win the game. Defensive line had 7 sacks. Outside of the first drive that the Tennessee Titans had, outside of that first drive, they finished the game with 85 yards. That whole game. And the pick 6 happened. That's the other touchdown right there. Other than that, they got 6 points. They have 6 points on the board. All defense, after the first drive, our defense dominated that game. And the Titans only had 85 yards throughout the whole rest of the game after that first drive. So very proud of our players. Very proud of the coaching staff. They outcoached Mike Vrabel. And, hey, we won it with the JV team.
Definitely the defense, Jalen Petrie. That's all. That's doing that last bit of fourth quarter and overtime. That's the name I heard the most.
Yep.
Petrie. Again, I wanted him here for the Eagles, but y'all picked him before me.
Guess what, y'all? Derek Barnett had a sack yesterday, a big time sack yesterday. He had a sack, and Steven Nelson had an interception. So both of the former Eagles, they really good yesterday. They're really good. And guess what? Derek Barnett don't jump outside no more.
Well, I'm glad he's doing something for y'all. We had the Packers and the Bucks. The Bucks still keep their division hopes alive, 34-12. At the Saints, another NFC South team. They beat up on the Giants 24-6. Are we still praising Tommy DeVito after this? Is he still
you should calm the nod down now. If he plays a good defense, if he plays a solid defense, you can hold him in check pretty much. But I think Tommy DeVito's still good. The Saints defense legit. Their defense is real good.
This was a sorry game right here. 9-7 Panthers beat Atlanta. Atlanta was up. Couldn't score no more points than 7. Bijan Robinson don't get no carries. Well, he did get carries, but you don't run him like that. But yet Arthur Smith's job is not in jeopardy. How is this man's job not in jeopardy when you're only getting Bijan Robinson 7 carries for 11 yards? How is this man's job not in jeopardy? Y'all can't beat the Panthers.
His job should be in jeopardy. His job should be in jeopardy after this season. You got a lot of talent, but you don't use them to that extent. You don't use them to that extent. So again, I think that's an Arthur Smith problem. They need to get a new head coach up and now that can use those players to their strength. Saints did take care of business, Joe, but y'all look at how the Giants were playing when they came in. Giants were playing good, man. They were playing good football. They just come out a big time win versus the Packers. who's a pretty tough team. And they coming off another win too, as well. Tommy DeVito coming in hot. That's a solid win. That's a solid win for the Giant. I mean, for the team. I know the record doesn't sound like it, but you gotta just look at they were playing good football when y'all played them. Just gotta look at when you play them, when you play the squad.
This was another good game. Came down to the wire. The Bears, 17. The Browns get the win, 20-17. Still got old man Flacco in there. Darnell Mooney had the game won. It was in his hand. That Hail Mary was in his hand. And he dropped it. and he drops it. Should Kevin Stefanski be in the running for Coach of the Year? Because the Browns are 9-5.
Yeah, he should be in running for Coach of the Year because, again, he doesn't have Deshaun Watson. He doesn't have Nick Chubb. He's doing it with Joe Flacco. They finding a way to win games with Joe Flacco. So, yeah, he should be part of the Coach of the Year. Just like Coach DeMeco Ryans, he should be in that conversation too.
We had the Packers and Green Bay. The Packers, and then we had the Bucks, 34-20. Baker Mayfield. They ain't getting me all confused. The Baker train, still riding away with the train. Baker still balling. 22-28, 381. Almost had 400 yards, 4 touchdowns. Chris Godwin, 10 catches, 155 yards. Mike Evans got a touchdown. David Moore got a touchdown. White got a touchdown. Jordan Love sold me this week, but it's okay. 28-39, 284, 2 touchdowns. Wicks was the game high. He spread it again. The Packers got a young receiving core, and I like it. They got Wicks. They got Jaden Reed. They got Dobbs and Watson if he's not hurt. Aaron Jones came back. No, Dylan. Are we riding the Baker train, Donte?
I think he's good enough to be a starting quarterback in the league. I think Baker Mayfield is a starting quarterback in the league. He's in the right system. He's getting the offense is rolling. Mike Evans is always consistent each and every year. The running game is pretty good with Rachaad White. Defense is more competitive, but it's still a little bit of a problem. They do got a very good tight end, Cade Otton, who's really good. Man, Tampa Bay might be a team that can scare someone in the first round if they do find a way to win in this division. And Jacksonville better look out Sunday. They better look out Sunday because Trevor Lawrence already down. He's got an concussion protocol. It's a good chance he may don't play. And they may be without Zay Jones. They can go to Tampa Bay and lose that game. They can go to Tampa Bay. And if it's at Tampa Bay or Jacksonville, they can still lose that type of ball game right now. So yeah.
Yeah, the Chiefs and the Patriots. Chiefs get the job done 27-17. Patriots fought a little bit in this game. But they still lost. Receiver still can't catch. You saw Patrick Mahomes getting frustrated over there with Kadarius Toney. He was like, he dropped his effing ball. Like you read his lips. Yep. You read his lips. Is Mahomes fed up with Kadarius Toney? And should Andy Reid just say, you know what, just don't play, just bench him?
I think Patrick Mahomes should be upset because if it's the same result every time and it's going to result in an interception. Why not put him on a sideline? It's the same result every single time. He always dropping the ball in crucial situations of a football game when you need it. Now the outside penalty, unfortunate. I don't know if I would have called that throughout the tail end of the game on an outside penalty right there. I don't know. I don't think he was outside, but other than that, you had a 3rd and 12 in the game, and you dropped the first down in that game. In that Bills game, you dropped the first down. The same result becomes over and over. Sit him down. Let Scott Moore at least play. Let Scott Moore play a little bit more. And Kadarius Toney just ain't coming through for him. And I don't blame Patrick Mahomes for being frustrated at him because it's the same result every single time. Dropping the ball every time he goes to him. And it's not like he's not getting open. He's getting open. He's just not catching the ball.
Right. Rashid Rice. It looks like to be their number one guy to catch him. Kelsey missed the catch. And it looked like Kelsey got hurt a little bit, so we don't know the status. Travis Kelsey did get hurt a little bit. Gregor, what's going on? So I don't know. He should be your guy, Rice. He's a rookie. Maybe give Sky Moore another chance. Put your tight ends in that can catch. Watson, Noah Gray, Clyde Edwards-Helaire didn't do a that bad game. He can catch out the backfield. McKinnon, we already know he can catch. Look, put your playmakers in. That's going to catch the ball. MVS, you give him another shot, just not on a deep ball, because he can. I think he can catch, just not on a deep ball, because it's couple times you see him on a deep pass and he clearly drops it.
Yeah.
We got the 49ers beating the Cardinals 45-29, and they win their division. They didn't clinch their division. So of course they're number one seed. Commanders and the Rams. The Rams 28-20. Watch out for the Rams now. The Rams might be the dangerous team at 7-7, even though they got that 7th seed right now. They clicking at all cylinders right now. Defensive side, Williams is running well. He had fumbleitis. Could be playing that video with him. Why are you fumbling my football? Puka Nacua is still doing this thing. Cooper Kupp, Matthew Stafford, don't count him out. Watch out for the Rams though. The Rams will play the Rams will play the Eagles again. If the Eagles can keep that number 2, if they can win tonight and keep that, they would go into Then we got the Bills and the Cowboys. The Bills put a whooping on the Dallas Cowboys, 31-10. Bills, Josh Allen didn't really have to throw this game. He only had 94 yards. You know why? Because Cook was cooking. James Cook, 176 yards, 179 yards, and a touchdown with 25 carries. Josh Allen didn't really have to do much. Defense was in Dallas. They was non-existent. I didn't hear Michael Parsons' name. Dak didn't do nothing. Nothing. Did Dak just take himself out of the MVP race with this loss?
Yep, he did. Keep trying to tell people the Bills running backs ain't bad. They're not bad. Y'all looking at it thinking they're really bad running back. They don't need a stud at a running back. They just don't use the running backs like that. Now you're seeing them what they can do when they use. James Cook is at the top of the league almost in rushing yards. So that tells you if they run the ball consistently to the point where Josh Allen don't have to do too much and it takes some of that stress off his arm, they will be more of a scary team to look at. The Buffalo running backs were never bad. They were never the problem. Josh Allen they always catered the offense to use Josh Allen's skill set. The running game was never a big part, was never a big problem for them. They just didn't run. Every time they ran the ball, they got 5 yards of carry every single time they run the football. When you take pressure off his arm, and run the ball, like you've been doing with James Cook, almost at 1,000 yards, that team becomes more unbeatable. Because now, once you run the ball, it opens up everything else in the passing games, and that's going to make them more unstoppable. It was never the Bills' running back was never a problem. They just didn't run the ball. And if they did, why come we saying they need a stud if they average 5 yards of carry every single play? And you knowing the reason why Josh Allen has turned the ball over, because defense is all they gonna do is throw. They know all they gonna do is throw with Josh Allen. Either run the ball with Josh Allen or throw it. Now, when you run the ball with James Cook and Murray, now everything else open up. And when it gets to that point, so when Josh Allen became a game manager in Dallas, that's a dangerous foe you have to go against.
Dallas fans is nowhere to be found today. they want to come at the Eagles for getting their behinds kicked. They can't. It seems like they cannot win if they're not at home. 7-0 at home. When they go on the road, they cannot win games. I don't know what it is. I don't know why. The running game hasn't been good for the Cowboys. Pollard is a good running back. He's just not the same. I don't know. I don't know. But they got Miami next, and then there's the Commanders to finish out their schedule. I think they got. It's the Miami, the Lions, the Commanders. It's their remaining schedules.
Yeah.
Could they take another L in Miami?
Yeah, they could. Miami could beat them.
And then we got tonight's game. We got the Philadelphia Eagles going up against the Seattle Seahawks. Jalen Hurts is looking like he might try to go play today. He has flu-like symptoms that just had him weak. He didn't travel with the team. He traveled separately. He walked up in his Jordan brand stuff. I was like, uh-oh, Jordan flu game coming. It looks like we got a change with the defensive side. Sean Desai will not be calling the defensive plays. Matt Patricia will be calling the plays for the defense for the Eagles. What do you think about that move, Donte? Knowing that the Eagles is almost dead last in categories on the defensive side, knowing what the defense did last year, is Matt Patricia a slight of an upgrade?
Well, yeah. By the way, James Cook is 40 yards away from 1,000, 42 yards away from 1,000. So y'all do the math and tell me if the running backs for the Bills are really bad. But other than that, I gotta see tonight. I think Matt Patricia is known as a defensive play coach. He's not known as an offense or as a head coach. He's not a head coach. He's not an offensive play caller. But defense, remember, he got the head coaching job because Bill Belichick, and he was coaching up the defensive side for the Patriots. That's why he got the head coaching job with the Lions. So he was never a head coach. He's a bad head coach. He's a bad offensive play caller, but he's not a bad coach on the defensive side of the ball. And I think Matt Patricia has the potential on the defensive side of the ball, not as a head coach. On the defensive side of the ball to straighten up, but we're gonna see. We're gonna see. Sean Desai, still the same problems that you had with Jonathan Gannon, if not worse than what y'all had against Jonathan Gannon. Now, if it comes out and still the same with Matt Patricia, then hey, the Eagles gonna have a problem on that part.
So no start. We got no Slay. No Slay's out. Cam Jurgens out on the defensive line, and Zach Cunningham. Cunningham's out.
Darius Slay out. Golly, DK Metcalf just scared him out. I'm just joking.
So it looks like I think I heard Kelly Ringo might be starting. I was hearing that Kevin Byard was praying. Was asking for Kelly Ringo. He wanted somebody fast back there. A lot of people are saying Slay and Bradbury are getting older and they can't, cover like they used to. But honestly, Slay's been one of our best corners on the team. Shaq Leonard will get the start this game. Who you got? Seattle or Eagles here?
If I had to pick, I had to go with the Eagles because I got them in the pick 'em. But I'm wanting the Eagles. Don't sell me, Eagles. Please don't sell me. If you can't go in there and you can't be, it won't be easy to go in Seattle and beat them because the only thing missing is Geno Smith. Geno Smith as the quarterback. Roster's still the same. They're still going to be vulnerable good on the offensive side because of Lockett and DK Metcalf. So they still going to present problems on the offensive side of the ball. They still may even run the ball a little bit. One thing if the Eagles can't put at least 24 on that Seattle bad defense, I'm cussing. I'm cussing the Eagles out. I'm cussing the next time we had this show. No excuses. You got to at least try to put up 20 points on this team. This defense is not good. Jamal Adams is not a good cover safety. They got good corners who can potentially cover, but they're not there yet. Sick and all. Jalen Hurts. I ain't trying to hear no excuses about you sick, and about you injured because you still out there on that field and you still playing football. So I'm not going to use no excuses of why, because he playing bad because he didn't come in feeling good. Nope, you're going to get your ass out there. You got to get your ass out there and perform. Or if you're not feeling good, you sit your ass down and you let Marcus Mariota play if you don't feel good. But it will be no excuses for Jalen Hurts and for the fan base to say he's sick and he's not feeling good. That's the reason. No, if you're going to get out there and play, you get out there and play. You got to perform along with it. If you're going to be considered as a top 2 quarterback, top 3 quarterback, you going to sometime when you're feeling like you want to go out there and get it out, you go out there and play. You just go out there and play. You feel like you can play, you go out there and play. If you feel like you can't, then you just sit your ass down. That's simple as that. Now, they got to get the running game going. That's how they got to win this game.
Yeah, because
they got to get the running game.
Their defense sucks against the
defense. They defense sucks against both defense and pass. You got to get the run game going. You don't want to have too many. Jalen Hurts is already beat up in this game. So what you don't want to do, you don't want to run him to the ground. You don't want to do quarterback keeps. You don't want to have him running too much. You already know he's not coming in feeling well. You already know that. But and the perfect way to get that going is to run the football.
Andre Swift. I think this might be the wake up call, knowing Jalen isn't 100%. They don't want to do them QB design runs, which I absolutely hate. I hate it to say. I don't know why. Jalen Hurts is not a running back. Why are we got a capable good running back? DeAndre Swift is a capable good running back. Use him out the backfield. He can catch. You don't always got to go for the home run swing. If he's opening, take the check down. He can get you more yards off the check down.
Yep.
If Goddard's wide open, 1-on-1 against Jamal Adams, you better throw it to Goddard all day long.
Yep.
Jamal Adams ain't gonna be able to stop Dallas Goedert. And if the receivers, if Smitty or AJ is 1-on-1 against Witherspoon or Willen, take it too. So they gotta play smart football, knowing that Jalen Hurts ain't 100% and he can't be running.
Let everybody know. Mo, you hearing this? Keep hearing this. The Eagles sell me. I'm cursing. Like I say, I'm not trying to hear no excuse. Jalen Hurts. I'm not trying to hear no excuses tonight. I'm not trying to hear none of that. You're out there playing. If you're gonna play, but you got it. I'm expecting you to go out there and perform like a top 5 quarterback. I don't sick or not. If you're gonna go out there and play, I expect you to perform. I ain't trying to hear no excuses. Because again, 49ers, Brock Purdy, when Brock Purdy went out, the Eagles, they weren't trying to hear that excuse, and I wasn't trying to hear it. So the same energy gonna go to Jalen Hurts. Yes, we know he ain't healthy, but he's still out there on the football field playing. If he's gonna give it a go, I expect you to perform like a top 5 quarterback still. I ain't trying to hear no excuse.
And you're spitting nothing but the facts, though, Coach. We can get into some picks and predictions real quick before we move on to a little bit of NBA. And then we're going to have a little short day today because, Donte, Coach got something to do. Of course, I got something to do. But we wanted to bring y'all a show today because, we haven't been on in a while. But picks and predictions for next week. Saints and the Rams should be a good one. Who you got?
What are they playing at?
So far?
I'll take the Rams.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Rams this game too. We got 2 games on Saturday. We got the Bengals and the Steelers. I'm going Bengals here.
I'm going Bengals.
And then we got the Chargers and the Bills. I'm going Bills.
Pass.
Texans and your Browns.
Now, this is a big game for us because we win, we get the tiebreak over the Browns. We win, that put us in good shape to be winning the division. Browns just been getting by. They just been getting by with Joe Flacco. They got a good defense. CJ Stroud will be coming back. Hopefully, Nico Collins be back this week. So, at home, I'm going to take my Houston Texans to win this game at home. I picked against them versus Tennessee because we had the JV team out there. This week, we're going to have the quarterback back, may even have the receiver back. We may have the linebacker back, our linebacker back. So I'm going to take the Texans because the Browns, they're not a juggernaut scoring. They're not a juggernaut scoring. They're a juggernaut on defense. I think we can score 3 touchdowns, at least 3 touchdowns off. 2 and 2 field goals, 2 touchdowns and 2 field goals on them. And I think that will be enough to beat them.
This is tough.
It's a tough game to judge.
Dang, this is tough. Again, this might be your game of the week on Christmas Eve.
Can't go wrong with either pick.
I know.
Can't go wrong with either pick. It's a tough game to call.
I'm gonna go with let me ride Houston. It's just something in me saying Houston possibly could pull it out. Dear God, the Commanders and the Jets. Who wants to watch this game?
Do I gotta pick this game?
You know what? I'm gonna go to Jets.
They had MetLife.
Yep.
Oh my God. Is Aaron Rodgers playing this?
I'm just thinking about Washington's secondary is horrible.
No, I'm thinking about the quarterback. The quarterback situation. The only reason why I don't want to pick them. Why I don't want to pick the Jets. I know their defense is good enough. I know their defense is good enough to win. The problem is their offense is not good. Oh my God. I might pick Sam Howell just got benched. He just got benched. So that's not good for me. Is Aaron Rodgers playing this week?
No, he's not playing at all. There's no point. The Jets are out of the playoffs. There's no Aaron Rodgers.
What a game gonna be played at?
Oh, in MetLife.
Oh my God. Oh my goodness gracious, man. I don't want to go. I'm not confident in the New York Jets. But damn, Washington, they not really all that bad. They got a bad defense. They got weapons on offense. Oh my God. I'm gonna pick something in body and pick them. I'm gonna pass on this game. I can't make up my mind right now at that game. That game.
Don't know. The Seahawks and the Titans.
Seahawks and the Titans? They playing at Seattle?
No, they in Nashville.
Will Levis just got hurt. You know what? Tennessee defense here is it's pretty good. I like Tennessee defense. I don't know if Will Levis playing. You know what? I'm gonna go with Seattle. I would have picked the Titans if I know Will Levis playing because he got hurt. He did get hurt against us. He did get hurt at the tail end of the game.
Yeah, but he walked off though. I think he came back in though.
I think no, he didn't.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right.
Once we got the ball back, we kicked the field goal. They didn't touch it back no more, and then they wouldn't have touched it again. Anyway, it would have been if he missed it, would have been a tie. It would have ended up being a tie. But I gotta take the Seahawks. But it might be different in the pick'em though. Once I find out about Will Levis stuff.
Right. I know. Better team. Who's a better team? Offensively, D-Hop, Henry.
I think the Seattle Seahawks is the better offensive team. I think Tennessee is the better defensive. Yes, I think Seattle better offensively. I think Tennessee maybe a little better defensively.
Give me Seattle.
Tennessee actually good on defense.
Give me Seattle. Colts and the Falcons.
Give me the Colts. I hope they lose, but give me the Colts. If you telling me I gotta trust Arthur Smith after that coaching performance he put up, yeah, I gotta take the Colts, and they're hot right now.
Uncle Rico is balling over there. Shane, man, I miss Shane Steichen.
They go another one that left the Eagles.
I miss Shane Steichen. We got the Panthers in Green Bay.
They playing at Green Bay? At Carolina?
Tickets is $12. So if y'all near Charlotte, go watch a game for $12.
$12?
$12.
They been so bad they made it $12?
Yep.
Oh yeah, I can't pick y'all. No. I'm gonna I can't pick y'all. No. Yeah, I can't pick y'all. Hell no. Y'all losing that bad for y'all ticket to be $12? No, go ahead. Let the food and stuff be cheap too. Let the food and stuff be cheap. You might want cheapen the food down. Oh no, yeah, I'm not picking y'all. No.
I'm taking Green Bay. Jordan Love, don't sell me now.
Don't stink it up, Jordan Love.
We got the Minnesota Vikings going up against the Lions.
These some tough games to even be called.
Minnesota just trying to keep their playoff hopes alive, and the Lions is trying to, move up in seeding or whatever if they can.
All right. So where's that? It's in Minnesota?
Mm-hmm.
Give me the upset. I'm going for Minnesota.
Ooh,
Yeah, give me the
Minnesota.
upset. Yeah, give me the upset.
Give me the Lions. Jared Goff is balling.
That pick may be different in the pick 'em though. That pick may be different, but just give me the upset on him.
Bucks and the Jags. Again, the NFC South, man. That division is crazy.
Give me the Bucks. Bucks at home or in Jackson? Yeah, give me the Bucks. Trevor Lawrence may not play with the concussion. Zay Jones may not play with the hamstring injury. Yeah, I'll take the Bucks at home.
We picked the Bills. We picked the Bills to beat the Chargers. I don't think the Chargers will win no more games this year. Give me the Bucks. I'm gonna ride the Baker Mayfield train. We got the Bears now surprisingly, this might be a good game between two horrible ass teams, even though the Bears have a better record. The Bears versus Arizona.
All right. What a game played at?
Chicago.
I got the Bears. I'll take the Bears.
I'm going to take the Bears too. I mean, the Bears defense actually hasn't been playing that bad. Montez Sweat, Brisker. I'm going to take the Bears. The 4:00 game. Them boys versus the Dolphins. Give me the Dolphins here.
I'm taking the Dolphins. I got the Dolphins.
I want to see what Gilmore or Bland can do with Tyreek Hill.
The game is at what a game at?
Miami.
Oh yeah. If the game was in Dallas, I would have popped it to Dallas. Yeah, but I'll take
Dallas can't win on the road.
Yeah.
And then we got the Sunday night game, the Broncos and the Patriots.
Give me a pass.
Jesus Christ. I'm gonna take the Patriots. Monday night, the Christmas games, we got Philly and the Giants. I'm taking the Eagles here. They better be able to beat the Giants. The Chiefs,
if you can't beat Tommy DeVito, something wrong. If you can't beat Tommy DeVito, something wrong. Something got to be wrong. If you can't beat Tommy DeVito, something wrong. Something much more wrong with this team than the coaching staff. Something in-house got to be wrong. If you can't beat Tommy DeVito, you don't got an easy one tonight. You also don't got an easy one tonight. But if you can't beat Tommy DeVito in Lincoln Financial, something got to be wrong in that locker room. Yeah. Something got to be going on. They got
them 10.5 spread on the spread. So I'm gonna go Eagles there. We got the Raiders and the Chiefs.
Ravens and the Chiefs. I'm gonna go with the Ravens. They playing better football right now, so I'm gonna take the better football.
No, the Raiders and the Chiefs.
Raiders and the Chiefs. Oh yeah. Give me the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs win that at the same time.
You know what? I'm gonna have an upset. Let them have a Merry Christmas. Hopefully AP can keep that job full time. I'm gonna take the Raiders on the upset. And then we got the main event of the evening: the Ravens versus the San Francisco 49ers. 11-3 teams, both number 1 seed. If the Ravens win this game, Lamar's MVP. If the 49ers win, Purdy is your MVP. That's my pick. That's my prediction. But I'm going to go with the 49ers here. I think the 49ers can beat the Ravens. I'm
going with the 49ers. I think the 49ers are playing better football than anybody in the NFL right now.
That game is going to be crazy to watch. Keith and Tay-Rock already going at it. They already going in. It should be definitely a good game. Talk a couple minutes NBA before we go. Coach, sound off on the Pistons.
Yeah. First of all, the Detroit Pistons, right? They're up on a 23-game losing streak. If that's right, correct me if I'm wrong. I believe the Detroit Pistons are on a 23-game losing streak. But another reason why they're on a 23-game losing streak? Because of Coach Stephen Silas. Y'all remember Coach Stephen Silas that used to coach for Houston? This ain't the only time he played. He had a 20-game losing streak. His first year, he had a 20-game losing streak when John Wall, Christian Wood then was out. This is the second consecutive time that Stephen Silas, with the team he's been on, has a 20-game losing streak. They don't have much spacing out there on the floor. Cade Cunningham numbers has went down the drain. Cade Cunningham numbers has went down the drain. He's still a good player, but Cade Cunningham numbers has went down. Jaden Ivey, he not a big fan of Jaden Ivey. I don't know why. He's not a big fan of him. And Jaden Ivey still averages over 13 points per game. Killian Hayes is a bust. Killian Hayes is a bust. Jalen Duren has been hurt off and on. He is good. I got faith in Jalen Duren.
He stinks.
You got to make a couple of trades with Alec Burks and Bojan Bogdanovic, but I don't trust the Pistons making no damn trades because they sure don't know what to fucking do with no fucking draft capital. Whatever they get, they don't know how to draft nobody good. They've been sucking in the draft for a year. So the only reason Monty Williams got the job is because of the money that the Pistons paid him. He turned down the first offer. They upping his pay and he took the job. Now, Monty Williams didn't know what the hell he was walking into. First of all, he didn't think this team was going to be on a 23-game losing streak. So really, you're only telling me that Monty Williams took the money. So what you going to do? You can't fire him because you're going to have to pay the man. You're going to have to pay the man. If you fire him, you're going to have to pay the man. You're paying Monty Williams down to almost $80 million. So you can't fire him. You're like, should we fire Monty Williams and start off fresh? Because if you fire him, you're going to have to pay him. You're going to have to pay him his money. And if you keep him, how bad could it get? How bad could it get? So, again, they're on a 23-game losing streak right now. So the Detroit Pistons, I don't know if they're going to win a game in a while. I really don't know. Because if you look at who they actually play,
the Hawks next.
They play the Hawks next. And I'm not a fan of the Hawks, but I'm pretty sure, the Hawks can beat the goddamn Detroit Pistons. And if you can't beat the Detroit Pistons, Hawks, shame on you. Shame on the Atlanta Hawks. So they're 2-24 coming in the game. They got the Hawks. They're going to lose that game against the Hawks. The Hawks are at home. Now, your best shot is to beat the Utah Jazz. But do I think the Utah Jazz is still a better basketball team? But your best shot is to beat the Utah Jazz. That's your best shot. At home, your best shot is to beat the Utah Jazz. You're not going to beat Brooklyn. You got them on a home and home. You damn sure not going to beat a 20-5 Boston team. You damn sure not beating them. Toronto, you're not going to beat Toronto. You play my Rockets, who's better and better. You're not going to beat the Rockets. Even though I wouldn't be surprised if the Rockets get beat by them. You play Utah at Utah, not beating them. You damn sure I'm not beating Golden State at Golden State. You should beat in Denver? In Denver? I don't think you are. So this winning streak can get to 30. This winning streak can get to close to 30.
Look, I want them. Is it bad? I want them to lose 29 straight. You know why? Guess who holds the record for the most losing streak? The Philadelphia 76ers are 28. Yes. So I want the I want the Pistons to beat our record. I want the Pistons to beat our record. Crazy part is we beat it twice. We beat our own record. It was 26.
Yeah, even if they do beat it,
it was 26.
It was 26.
And then we did it to 28. Yeah, that was back in the trust the process Brett Brown era. But
yeah.
Pistons, I don't know what you gotta do. You gotta blow it up. Do you gotta I don't know. What you gotta do? Yeah, see Benny with me. Break the record, please. Break the record. We played them the other night. 52 points. We blew them out. Joel hasn't played in the fourth quarter in 9 straight games. That's how bad we've been blowing out teams. 9 straight games. Hopefully it can be 10. We play the Bulls tonight. That should be he should be able to sit out because I think the Levine ain't playing, Caruso not playing. It's going to be another scrimmage game. It's going to be another scrimmage. Anything you got to talk about in NBA that comes across? I know we all talk about the Draymond Green situation. They say Draymond will be back in 3 weeks. Too soon, too early, not enough time to stay out some more? What you think?
I think 3 weeks is pretty solid. I think three weeks is pretty solid. Other than that, man, like I say, man, everything is going well with the NBA so far. Besides the Detroit Pistons on that 23 game losing streak, you wouldn't think they would be as bad. You wouldn't think they would be that bad at all. But everything is solid.
Looks like Mikal Bridges will not be denied into Canada. Of course, can't go into Canada. Canada don't condone that stuff you doing, so he won't be with the team. It looks like Steph Curry, he snapped his streak of 3-pointers. He went 0 for 8 last night, but the Warriors still pulled things out. So has Jaime Jaquez, has he been a good pick for Miami so far? I know everybody was like, why y'all take him at that pick? But he's been playing pretty solid for Miami.
Yeah, Jaime Jaquez Jr. has been really good, man. He's a really good rookie. I remember I watched him at UCLA play, and Jaime Jaquez Jr. is a big plus. He's one of those guys, that fits in that Heat culture over there, man. Very good shooter, got sneaky athleticism, and yeah, man, I like Jaime Jaquez Jr.
Benny said he gotta pull out the tablet because he gotta watch the Sixers. We got double duty, Sixers on and the Eagles. Why they do that to us? Why they do that to us? I don't know, but nothing too crazy going on in the NBA except the whole Draymond Green. Still some good games going on. Still some teams that's playing high level. Can they keep it going like Minnesota? Will they? I think that Minnesota train will fall eventually, and then Mr. No Show will be back to being Mr. No Show. If y'all don't know who Mr. No Show is, Karl Anthony Towns.
Yep. That's
Minnesota's finding a way to win. OKC's balling. They're finding a way to win. Chet Holmgren had a block party. Didn't bite nobody. 9 blocks. He almost had a triple double. All he needed was one more. But still some good basketball left. I pay attention in the regular season, but as it gets closer to end, that's when I'm like really glued. But I still pay attention to things. But again, like I said, short show today. Coach got something to do. I got something to do. Yep. But we wanted to bring y'all a show because it's been a minute. Coach is under the weather. But we'll be back. I think next week we'll figure it out. When we come back next week, hopefully Donte don't got a rant on my Eagles.
Hoping they don't sell me tonight.
Yeah. But anything else you got to say, Coach? What you been up to? I know you've been dealing with the high school scenes down there in Houston, right? With the football and basketball.
Yeah. I've been dealing with football season over. They played the state championships on Saturday and Friday, so football season is over. Now they just getting in the second half of district over here in basketball. So I will be on 2 ball games tonight. Be going to 2 ball games tonight. So yeah, like I say, my schedule. Once basketball season over, my schedule will go back to normal. My schedule is back to normal once basketball season is done. Schedule be back to normal, but other than that, yeah, just basketball, supporting the kids and stuff like that.
There you have y'all, another 72 in the books. Make sure y'all tune in next week for some more craziness. As always, hopefully, again, Donte don't got to come cussing out my Eagles next week because of, the gameplay. Hopefully, we can pull it out today. We got to pull it out today because if not, we go back to the 5th seed in Dallas and be number 2 again.
That's all they want to.
So we would have to face Detroit. I mean, I definitely don't want to see Detroit. But anyway, same time, same place. I mean, maybe not the same time, but definitely the same place. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. I got Nick Nurse shirts, the Nurse Effect. I got it. I just ain't wear it today, but Sixers fan, Nick Nurse Effect shirts are on sale. The link is in the description. Support us with the merch. We got 7200 Seconds merch. We got Coach Donte, myself. The link's in the description. So, support us, help us out. Comment, like, and subscribe to all of the channels, Sports Wave Network, as well as where you find the home of the 7200 podcast and some great other stuff. Jake the Snake Silver will be back with the Snake Sports Talk as well. He had to deal with life. He got married. He moved to a whole different state, but he'll be back with the Snake Sports Talk show. But until then, y'all, we don't know. Getting out of here because now I got to go coach the Rugrats my dang own self. And Donte got to watch some basketball, but we're going to get on out of here. Thank y'all for being in the chat. Love, peace, and hair grease. We out of here.
We out of here, y'all.
Can never find a damn intro. Here we go.
Never stop, forget it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top. Yo, no, I ain't the type to give up. If I do something, man, I do it till I get what